Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. I bid to Dr. Syed and to my fellow friends. My name is Noafika Izzati binti Zuhairi, and today I'm going to present more about how do ethnicity and race affect students' school experiences. So, a student's cultural background can be determined by his or her ethnic origin. And by that, what is ethnic group actually? Ethnic group can be defined as a group of individuals who have shared sense of identity, which are the place of origin, religion, which are Islam, Hindu, Christianity, or Buddha, or race. And in Malaysia, we have few examples of ethnicity, which are Malay, Chinese, Indians, Kadazan Dusun, Iban, Dayak, Peranakan, and many more. But we need to remember that ethnicity is not the same as race. This is because race only reflects physical characteristics. And the physical characteristics that are being reflected by race are skin color, height, the color of eye, and many other physical traits that we can find in a certain race. For example, in Malaysia, Chinese people has fair skin while Indian people has darker skin. Next, I'm going to present more about racial and ethnic composition of the United States. So as we all know, people of United States comes from many ethnic backgrounds. For example, Hispanic and Latino Americans, Pacific Islander, non-Hispanic whites, and many more examples. So I already conclude table 4.3, which are the percentage of US population by race and Hispanic origin. As we can see, the number of percentage of Hispanic and Asian gradually increased from the year of 2015 and 2065. But unfortunately for the African and American percentage, after the year of 2025, it remains stagnant at 13%. And for the non-Hispanic white, their numbers remain decreased gradually after the year 2015 and to 2065. Why are these things happens to them? This is the result from their immigration pattern and the differences of their birth rate. So next are academic achievement of students from underrepresented group. So what is underrepresented group? So underrepresented group are non-dominant groups such as people of color, which means black people, Asian, and white people, or people with disabilities or people from a lower socio-economic status. So how does this underrepresented group do in school in terms of academic achievement? Unfortunately, these students that come from underrepresented group score so low in school. Why? This is because that more or less they are often in situations of economic security and power. So what are the barriers? What are the problems that are stopping them from to achieve better in academic? So the barriers for this student achievement are economic security, society, families, and inadequate responses by schools. So what does it mean to have economic security? So students that have economic security normally comes from families that have stable income, while for the society and families, in terms of support and encouragement from them are important for the students' achievement. This is because some society and some families can be encouraging and unsupportive about their students' achievement. So many families in the underrepresented group unable to provide with stimulation and academic preparation like the middle class upbringing. So unable to provide with stimulation and academic preparation are the result from unable to have economic security by the family. And next, academic preparation like the middle class upbringing can be extracurricular activities after school, which are the piano or swimming lessons, going to tuitions after school or having a tutor, or maybe goes to private school or better school and have better resources for their education. For example, able to buy books that can help them to achieve better in subjects. And what are the problems that students from underrepresented group face are academically inferior. A student from underrepresented group can feel academically inferior from their friends or peers that can do well in school. And next are overcrowded school. Children from underrepresented groups are likely to attend the lowest quality, worst funded school in the country, where they often have the least qualified and least experienced teachers. In my opinion, whenever a school are being overcrowded, that means the class are being overcrowded too. This can mean that the teachers cannot pay fully attention to all the students in the classroom as they are being overcrowded. And the third one is the low expectation for students who are minorities can contribute to their low achievement. So, low expectation means low achievement. So, since they are being expected to score low in exam, so this contribute to low achievement in the school subjects. And next are perform poorly due to the instruction received by their teachers are inconsistent with their cultural background can affect their performance. Lastly are the acceptance in a student's own community. For example, if a student scores good in school, they will be most likely to get teased or left out by their own circle of friends. Next are stereotype threat. So, what are stereotype threat? Stereotype threat happen when individuals who know of a stereotype associated with a group to which they belong are anxious about conforming this stereotype, and their anxiety causes them to perform below their real abilities. This also can happen in school and usually happen in school. For example, students with Latinos ethnicity who live at a ghetto community are stereotyped, not expected to do well in school and involved into gangsterism just because they come from that community. At the end, the student will perform less well in school because they are feeling anxious just to avoid them from being stereotyped by other people. So how to prevent stereotype threat? Teacher plays an important role to prevent stereotype threat. So what teachers can do basically, teachers must be careful never to express the belief that certain skills are easier or harder for certain people. This is because every student has their own ability in each task. Teachers also need to give all students opportunities to shine and show leadership in all types of tasks. And they should never ascribe student success or failure on a given task to his or her membership in any group. Next are effects of school desegregation. So before I talk more about effects of school desegregation, I'm going to explain about how school desegregation are being achieved. So school desegregation are being achieved by some school districts simply change school attendance areas, while others might create special magnet schools. So what are special magnet schools? Special magnet schools are schools for performing art for students who are talented and gifted, or for technology or science. This is to induce students to attend schools outside their own neighborhood. So next are the effects of school desegregation, which are increase the academic achievement of low-income students from the underrepresented groups by giving them more opportunities to interact with more middle class and achievement-oriented peers. So students who attend desegregated schools are more likely to attend desegregated colleges, to work in integrated settings, and to attain higher incomes than their peers who attend segregated school. So next I'm going to present more about how do language differences and bilingual programs affect student achievement. So students that are not English proficient tend to have long-term deficits in achievement because they couldn't understand English properly. And bilingual programs may help limited English proficient students to keep up in other subjects while they learn English. And it also helps limited English proficient students to develop language skills in their native language. So here are a few examples of bilingual programs. First are English immersion, which are taught primarily or entirely in English. This is to build students' vocabularies, simplify instructions, and help English learners succeed in learning the content successfully. So next are transitional bilingual education. Children are taught reading or other subjects in their native language, most often Spanish, for a few years and then transition it back to English. This usually happens in second, third, or fourth grade. So the third one is the paired bilingual education. Children are taught reading or other subjects in both their home language and English. This happens usually at different times of the day. And next are two-way bilingual educations. All students are taught both in English and in their native language, usually Spanish at different times. And English proficient students are expected to learn Spanish, while Spanish proficient students are expected to learn English. So that's all from me. Thank you.